XML references. Some characters have a special meaning in XML. If you place a character like this inside an XML element, it will generate an error because the parser interprets it as the start of a new element. References usually allows you to add or include additional text or markup in an XML document. References always begin with a symbol like this, which is a reserved character, and end with a symbol like this. XML has two types of references. The first one is the entity reference. An entity reference contains a name in between the start and the end delimiters. For example, here, AMP is the name which refers to predefined string of text or markup. The second one is the character reference. This contains a hash mark followed by a number within the delimiters. Example, like this. Here, hash is followed by a number 65, which refers to capital A. Let's see an example. Let's open a notepad and let's save the file as XML2. XML2.xml and save as type as all files. See, okay. So this is going to be the prologue. The first line will be the prologue. Version. Encoding type is UTF-8. So this is the prologue. This comes first in the document. Example. This is going to be the root tag, and let this be an element. And now I just want to say 1000 is less than 5000. So we're trying to add this symbol inside the element. Let us see how it looks in the browser. It throws an error because we have included this, and the parser interprets it as the start of an element. So it will throw an error. So we have to use an entity reference here. We can use this. It begins with ampersand and it is LT and it ends with this semicolon. And let's try to refresh the page and we get a proper output. So this is an entity reference. So here ampersand LT is the entity reference. And let's see an example of a character reference. Say now, if we say ampersand hash and 65, end it, and we save it and refresh, and this is it. It refers to capital A. Okay, I hope this is simple. XML text. Some characters like these are reserved by XML syntax itself, hence they cannot be used directly. To use them, some replacement entities are to be used. Whitespace characters like blanks, tabs, and line breaks between XML elements and between XML attributes will be ignored. Let's see an example. Only prologue has been written here. Let example be the root node. Let's try to give white space characters like blanks, space. Let's give a line break and a tab. Okay, and it is said these white space characters will be ignored. Let's check the output. See, the white space characters are ignored here, if you can see this. Next, comments in XML. The syntax for writing comments in XML is similar to that of HTML. This is an example of a comment. The comments are added as notes or lines for understanding the purpose of an XML code. They are visible only in the source code. Few rules should be followed for XML comments. Comments cannot appear before XML declaration. Comments may appear anywhere in a document. Comments must not appear within attribute values. And the last one is that comments cannot be nested inside the other comments.